Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Landscape Marketing Alpha. And just like the title says, today we are going to talk about how to grow your landscaping business on autopilot, getting those customers who are already looking for your services online. All right. We're going to talk about how to get those leads coming in, rolling in every day, 24/7. In case you're wondering, my name's Brandon. If you don't know who I am, I've actually been online since around 2012, generating leads for local businesses, generating leads for my own websites. And I love this stuff. So I am here to help landscapers, lawn care professionals, tree services, those in the green industry get seen, get noticed online, and start having people build what I like to call digital word of mouth around your business. Okay, so what I want to do first is I want to hop over and actually show you guys what's possible here, okay? So here we are on the back end of a landscaping company that I work with. And about 10 years ago, I came in, built them a site. They had no online visibility at all. And you can see this is probably over the last 9 to 10 years. We've generated over 10,000 calls, and that's just organic calls. That's not paid. Those are not calls coming in through their trucks. This number only shows up on their website and their online properties. So you can see 10,000 calls. That's about 90 to 100 calls a month. If you're a landscaper, if you're in the lawn care industry, you know that it's seasonal, obviously. So the summertime, spring, summer, even fall, call volume is a lot higher than in the winter. We're in January right now, so call volume is a little bit lower. But overall, 90 to 100 calls a month on average, 10,000 calls over the last 9 to 10 years. That's amazing. I've done this in landscaping. I've done this in tree service. I've done it for moving companies. I've done it for roofers. It's a pretty consistent process. But what I want to go do is I want you to just hop in, and I'm going to let you listen to a couple calls. Again, a lot of this stuff is going to be blurred out because it is just a privacy thing. And let me let you hop in. You can hear some of the calls and see these are real people. These are real people looking for your services online every single day. They hop onto Google and they start searching around looking for things that you're probably doing and that you have to offer. Okay, so here is the first call. Let's take a listen to this one.
They are looking for lawn services, lawn edging, hedging, weed abatement, for a weekly service. We're hoping to get a quote and set up an appointment. If you can give me a call back.
Okay, so she's going to leave her number there, so I stopped it. But you can see someone looking for full service lawn care on that call. Again, came online, looked for lawn services in a certain area, and found this landscaper. Now let's go ahead and jump over to another one we got here.
Spoke with you regarding a possible landscaping job in our backyard. My address is 3.
Okay, so he's going to leave his address there. Again, landscaping job in the backyard. Okay, so someone that's looking to maybe re-landscape or some new landscape, maybe a new build, something like that. And so I want you to kind of think about this. All right, if we go back here and you can see 10,000 calls, let's sort it here for the last 30 days. Okay, so 46 calls over the last 30 days. So keep in mind, we're in March here. We haven't quite started hitting that season. This company is in California, so it does go all year long. But again, call volume drops quite a bit in the winter months. So pretty soon this thing's going to start jumping up. We're going to start seeing 90, 100, 150, 175 calls in a month. I just want you to do the math for a minute, okay? Even on 46 calls, say, shoot a really low number, only 5 people out of those 46 calls, because there are some, marketing calls that come through. let's say 5 verified leads that you're going to give bids on, okay? Say you only booked 2 jobs. We'll say it's 2 landscaping jobs, and we'll say $5,000, which is very, very cheap. Those 2 jobs, $10,000 from organic leads flowing through automatically on autopilot every single month, okay? And now that's low. I mean, that's you being a horrible salesman. That's the majority of people not leaving voicemails or you not picking up, okay? That's the major thing, is being able to pick up these calls is going to give you a leg up above everybody else. So let's say half of these calls, just from you picking up the phone, you're able to talk to somebody right there and schedule an estimate. Now, keep in mind, this is beginning of the year call volume. What about when that jumps up to 175 calls in a month? Okay. I just want you to really start to see the power of this. And, you know, there's a lot of business owners that are out there that are not focusing any of their dollars on building a presence online, getting in front of customers that are already searching for you. Tell me, how much easier is it to close somebody who is looking for you rather than you throwing yourself in front of them, right? They're lay down sales most of the time. As long as you're a good person, you're ethical, that's going to shine through when you're talking to them, and you're most likely going to be able to come to a compromise or, close the job. So really start understanding how powerful this actually is. Now, I know the next thing you're wondering is probably, how exactly are we doing this? And I'm going to get into it. We're going to go through step by step exactly how this works, and I'm going to give you some goods here. Okay, so I want you guys to think, if you're looking for something, where are you going to go? It's obvious, right? Google. Majority of people are hopping onto Google. So your potential customers are also doing the same thing. They're jumping onto Google and they're looking for your location landscaping company. So, let's just look one up here. Sacramento landscapers, right? And so you've got up on top here, you've got your sponsored listings, Google LSA ads. But if you scroll down, there's these 3 businesses here in what we like to call the map pack or the 3-pack. And being in this area, being one of these top 3 here, is going to generate you a huge amount of calls every single month. Because if someone's on their phone, on mobile, which a majority, I would say nowadays, a majority of searchers are searching from their phone, you're going to have a click to call button sitting right in this area. And you can do that right now. Go hop on your phone, look up your location, landscaping company, or look up Sacramento landscapers or whatever. And you'll see that there is a click to call button sitting right there, which means people can just click it and immediately call your business. And that's huge, because a lot of times what they're going to do, they're going to call and they're going to probably book an estimate with the first business owner that answers the phone. Now, you're going to get a lot of residual calls where people are leaving voicemails and things like that. Yeah, of course. But that's why I was talking about earlier, being able to pick up the phone. Because if you're sitting in one of these top 3, the person is most likely going to get an estimate from the person who actually picks up the phone. And let's be honest, most business owners nowadays are not picking up the phone and are missing out on a huge amount of potential work, right? And so if you're spending the time and the money to get into this 3-pack here, have a system in place to pick up the phone or be able to get back to the calls that you're getting as soon as possible. Okay, so now that you have seen the amount of calls that you can get in and exactly how and where you need to be to start getting these calls, I'm going to break down the exact formula that is going to start getting you into this area here, into this 3-pack, so that you can start generating these leads, these calls, and these potential customers on autopilot 24/7. All right, guys. So here is the system. But listen, like, here's the deal. You know that growing your landscaping business probably isn't about working harder, right? You need to be working smarter. And you probably think that you need to be everywhere, like handing out flyers, begging for referrals, but that stuff is really hit and miss over time, okay? You know, you need to use a system that does the heavy lifting for you. And so when we look at this diagram, you'll see that it's the core of everything, okay? You know, we've got three main pillars here, which are your website, your Google business profile, and reviews. And these three things work together like a super well-oiled machine, each feeding into the other to bring you more leads and customers, okay? And so let's break it down. The first thing we'll do is we'll go through the website, okay? And I know what you're thinking, like, I'm a landscaper, not a tech guy, but I'll try to make it very basic. But think of your website like a digital brochure. If you don't have one right now, like, it doesn't matter if you're marketing online or you're marketing offline, your website is going to be that pillar, that home base that you can do any type of advertising for, whether it's, you know, you're going to put your website in some, you know, local flyers that are going to be passed around town, or your website is being used for, you know, digital lead generation by, you know, doing optimization and moving up in the rankings and getting into the, you know, the 3-pack and things like that. Your website is super critical. And the biggest thing is it needs to scream trust and professionalism. Okay. So it needs to look good, but more importantly, it needs to be optimized. And that's the key. Anybody can build a website. Anybody. You could go to GoDaddy, you could go to Wix right now and throw up a website. The problem is that you don't have the skills or the knowledge to optimize for your location, knowing what Google is actually looking for. Okay, so things like making sure it's fast and mobile friendly and packed with the right location-based keywords, service pages, you know, stuff that we looked up before, like lawn care in your city or landscaping near me. Like, if you're not showing up on the first page, guys, it doesn't matter. You're pretty much invisible. Okay. And so that's why when I'm in there, or, you know, we're doing stuff, we're adding photos of projects and putting in the metadata, the locations and the headers and the heading tags and H1s and H2s, like all this stuff needs to be location based and optimized. Okay. Because honestly, a well optimized website, it attracts clicks, but what's more important is that those people then turn into calls. And that's the foundation that we're building on. All right. So the next part of this is your Google business profile. And, you know, it's like I showed you, it's that little box that'll pop up on Google when someone searches for a local landscaper. It's got your name, number, some photos, and it is honestly, this is gold. Okay. This is gold. Right behind your website, your Google business profile is pure gold, because it's often, you know, the first thing people see. So before people even get to your website, they're probably going to be seeing your Google business profile, right? And so the trick is you've got to optimize that too. It's about optimization. Okay. So filling out every single detail, you know, like your hours, your services, your service areas, having a bio, a good description, photos of your work, videos of your work, you know, really putting the time and the effort into making it fresh, keeping it updated. Okay. Because your Google business profile connects directly to your website. So when someone sees your profile and clicks through, they're already halfway there to hiring you. Okay. If they don't click to call this directly and they go to your website, they're just looking for more, maybe social proof, or to see some more examples of your work on your website. So these two go hand in hand. And if you can sell them then on your Google business profile and then onto your website, I mean, the sale is already halfway there, right? And so your Google business profile, making sure it's always up to date, and because it's like a mini social media feed, right? It's like having a billboard on Google's front page. If you can get into that 3-pack, you are on Google's front page. So this is critical and is the major second part of this 3-pronged approach. Now, the last one, and the very last piece of the puzzle, are reviews. And really, I think of this as kind of like the secret sauce that ties everything together. Because think about it. People don't trust businesses with 0 reviews. If you go online looking for, let's say you're looking for a product, are you going to buy the product that has no reviews over the product that maybe has hundreds or thousands of reviews? Probably not. Okay. Or even worse, the business that has maybe just a handful of reviews, but most of them are negative. That's definitely not going to get you to pick up the phone and call them. So my recommendation is when you finish jobs, okay, you start building in some type of automated, scalable review process to send reviews to Google, to your Google business profile after every single job. Okay? The more 5-star reviews you have, the more trust you build, not only in the eyes of potential customers, but in the eyes of Google. And that's really important, right? And so it makes every review that you get even more powerful. And the whole thing is a loop, right? Your website, your Google business profile, reviews, they're all working together to make you like the go-to landscaper in your town, in Google's eyes, and for the people that are searching for you. So really write this down. Start with your website, optimize your Google business profile, and get those reviews rolling in, and zero in on your location. Like, it's not rocket science, but it does take a bit of setup and time. But once it's running, honestly, it's like having a lead generation machine that works while you're out landscaping or whatever else you're doing. Okay. Now listen, here's what I want you guys to do. You've kind of got 2 options. Option 1, you can roll up your sleeves and start implementing this stuff yourself. Spend the time, read, soak in as much information as you can. I'm going to be honest, it's going to probably take a few years, but it's not something that's impossible. Or, option 2 is you're like, hey, listen, Brandon, I don't have time. I'm running my business. I can't do this, learn all this and be running my business at the same time. And I just want this done for me so I can focus on what I do best. Then definitely what I want you to do is go below, click the link in the description, head to my website, and let's chat about working together to get your landscaping business booming. Either way though, the worst thing you could do is just wait and not take any action. You hit this video for a reason, because you have a need. Obviously, you're looking how to grow your landscaping business. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips, more videos coming, and let me know in the comments below. Are you going to go the DIY route, or do you want to possibly team up? I'll see you in the next video, and keep going, guys. Talk to you soon.